Chris, are you familiar with the Tenacious D song Wonder Boy?
Hell yes.
Is this game anything to do with that?
It isn't, unfortunately, but now you've got me thinking about having a Wonder Boy game actually based on the song, which would be amazing.
I mean, it kind of is, isn't it?
Maybe.
No, it's not.
High above the Mucky Muck castle made of... There's no castles made of clouds, but hey...
There's a castle with a dragon in it.
There's a few, yeah.
So this game... I'm old enough to know what this game is, only, I'll be honest with you, I don't remember it from the Master System. I don't know why. But this is a game that originally came out on Master System some 25 years ago or something.
Yeah, 89. So it's a long time ago, yeah. Yeah, it's weird because...
So what is it, and why does it exist now, and is it any good?
So, I mean, I remember playing it with my friend who used to live around the corner, and he had a Master System, and I never really had it. I had the NES at the time, so right, basically I have a vague memory of it, and it's weird that it's been re-released. You know, it's an old game. Why has it been released? But I think the good thing that Lizard Cube have done is take an old game, and instead of just re-releasing it on, you know, a PS4, they've completely redone the visuals and the soundtrack. And, you know, that might not mean much to a lot of people, but when you actually see it, you can see how kind of beautiful it is, and it's given this gorgeous kind of hand-drawn, cartoony aesthetic to it now. And if you know, it used to be some 8-bit game. It's nothing like that. But the thing is, the kind of the game mechanics have been left the same, and you might think, oh, surely it's not going to be that great then if the mechanics are the same. But I think Wonder Boy was one of those games where there was a real emphasis on adventure, and certain games through like history really nailed that. And to bring it into the present day and still feel new or fresh, you know, it feels like it's doing something different, but it isn't, because it's been around for like almost 30 years. So what I kind of mean is, platformers of old, you would go from one end of the screen to the other, finish a level, go to the next level, go from one end of the screen to the other, go to the next level. You know, you could maybe replay them, whatnot. This, there's a base of exploring. You explore the village to take you to different worlds, and then you go to these different worlds, and there's a great deal of exploration, and also there's a kind of an element to Metroidvania. I know we use that term a lot, but that's kind of the best way to kind of describe the bit where you would...
So it is rudimentary, I would agree with you.
Yeah,
definitely.
I mean, you've got... So you
I mean, you literally can't access other places until you gain the power. I mean, I suppose the weird thing is what you normally refer to as, I got item X, which lets me access area B, whereas it's more like you become something else that means you can now... It's kind of the basis of it, isn't it?
I mean, you kind of start off as this boy who gets cursed to be a lizard, and then you have to go through different worlds and beat these dragons to kind of become yourself again. But by beating the different kinds of dragons, you unlock a power, and this power is like an animal. So you then inherit this animal's ability, kind of, don't you?
I say, because you're sort of cursed each time, aren't you? I guess.
Yeah, I suppose you are.
Because I call them powers too, but I think canonically they're cursing you, aren't they?
I suppose they are.
Mechanically, it's a power.
You can then utilise that to go back to the levels, or to get further in the game. But like, for instance, there's like the second kind of power up you get is this mouse, and you're then allowed to kind of get to like get through smaller gaps, or climb these specific blocks that you can't do as a lizard or a hawk or whatnot, and that will take you through to another level where there's another boss, and then, you know, there's the piranha. There's basically about 5 or 6 different kind of animals that you will encounter and become to get to kind of finish. But I mean, it's just gorgeous. It looks beautiful, and
it's stunning.
and like the music is really beautiful. And there's like a moment where I was stood on this mountain, and the sunlight was like, I was stood in this kind of in the golden sun, and it silhouetted me beautifully, and this music, really lovely orchestral music played. And it's weird because there are a lot of platformers around now that you can see how this game has influenced them. Owlboy being one. You know, Owlboy, and I was talking to one of the kind of devs on Owlboy about how it influenced them, and how Owlboy, you had you had this world and you could go in different directions, and it was very similar how you couldn't reach some without doing something. And it's similar to like Shovel Knight, reminded me of Shovel Knight a lot, and Fez. That's that adventure, and I mean it's a really cool game. I really liked it, and I think it's not that expensive either, and it's certainly worth, if you're a fan of platformers, it doesn't matter that it's 30 years old, you can still take something from it now because of the gameplay.
It's difficult, but
fresh.
I mean, that difficulty is on vogue, isn't it? Like, people like hard games now. I will agree with you on the like, I wonder if there's a case to be made that this is one of the best, certainly looking, remasters of all time. When you can actually switch between the original and new, like, my word, like, it is. It's weird because it's pixel perfect, but it's also so beautiful and fresh and new. Like, I find that at first you're like, oh, this is nice, but then like when you are the mouse and you're walking through and you notice the backgrounds and you're like, wow, they knocked this out of the park, didn't they?
This will be one to argue on the the Game of the Year podcast for best remaster.
Definitely,
because it really is, and as you say, you can, by the flick of a button, you can change the look to make it go back to the 8-bit. It's exactly the same as it was back then. You can press, I think it's the right trigger you press, and it goes back to the kind of chip tune. It does.
By Christ, have we come a long way?
Yeah, I know, and it does feel fresh. There are certain things which did frustrate me, and one of them was, say you get hit by one of the enemies, regardless of who they are. You kind of you freeze temporarily, and you can't do anything. And the first kind of instance where it really did my head in was the very, very, very first boss, the Mecha Dragon. And it's attacking you and it freezes you, and then it will kind of fly across the screen, and there's no indication of how the hell you're supposed to beat this boss. And it kind of...
You can't get a hit in because you keep getting stun locked.
No. And then it does kind of, if you keep, dying, it does kind of give you hints, but still, it's frustrating even when you're just trying to take out an enemy that requires one hit, one of the little kind of numpties that you meet across the levels. And that did kind of bother me, but then again, I'm assuming it must have been like that back then. And we're just too familiar now. I don't know. And we've got it good. I don't really know.
I have a feeling when I first played it, because I kept getting hit, a message appeared or something and told me about its head.
Yeah,
maybe I'm wrong.
No, it did.
Okay.
Because that's how I noticed how to kind of defeat that one. Yeah.
Well, if you want to see, read more of Chris's thoughts on Wonder Boy: The Dragon's Trap, you can go to godisgeek.com. If you really like what we do, if you like our videos, if you like getting stuff early and extra stuff, you can go to patreon.com/godisgeek. I don't want to keep on about it, but I will say that £1 or $1 a month, like that's $12 or 12 quid a year, tenner essentially, really, really does help us. It lets us go to events. It helps us involve people outside of the site to go to events for us. It helps to get us equipment really to create content. Chris, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
And we'll check you out in the next video. Bye for now.